Peace and love, my people. It's Anna Renee, and I am your love power goddess coming to you all on another very beautiful video. Today is, what's today? Today is Tuesday. Yes, October 18th, I believe. Yeah, that's what my computer says. And let me bless each and every one of you with peace, love, joy, happiness, and movement. Forward movement. Motivation. Move forward, okay? Do you, okay? Be who you are supposed to be. Develop yourself. Yesterday, okay, I was thinking and focusing on myself and thinking of how I want to move forward my own self, okay? In the past, I've been the one who rant and rave a lot, kind of a lot more than what I'm interested in these days. And another thing is that I've done a lot of teaching, at least what I think, is teaching. Maybe it's not teaching, maybe it's something else, I don't know. But all I know is that something has told me that it's time to sort of switch up a little bit. Shift gears, in other words. Do a new thing, as the Bible says. Do an old thing, once again, that you hadn't been doing. And so I heed the call, and I sort of been thinking about it, and then I got wonderful confirmation in that video that I made, asking people to give me some ideas, asking people to tell me what they would like from the You Are Leaders channel. One of my sisters answered me, thankfully, very thankfully she did, and reminded me pretty much of what it is that I wanted to do in the first place, okay? And what I want to do is speak to the heart of the black woman, okay? I've spoken to the minds, okay, quite a bit with all that intellectual stuff that I talked about. And probably, excuse me, went a little further than what well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I went just far enough. But now it's time to reel back in. And so I asked the question, Sister Julmar, Sister Seasoned Wee Moon reminded me of some things that I initially wanted to do. And I had done a video about 3 years ago, and I was speaking about black feminine archetypes, okay? And the reason I wanted to focus on that is because I see tons of, and this was the point in time when I was looking at lots of different oracle decks and stuff like that. And I see tons of them that are focused to the white woman or other women, and I know that there's nothing wrong with those, okay, and they are very useful. But for the black woman, sometimes we need something that is super specific, because oftentimes we are very far removed from ourselves on that feminine archetypal level. We don't know ourselves. We don't know who we are. We are confused about self, okay? And that might not be the case for other women, but black women who live in the Western world, okay, have this issue, especially if the women live in North America, because just because we know why. And so I wanted something that was very specific. And then I spoke about this particular book, one that I was able to get for a mere 25 cents at my local library. Women who run with the wolves. Okay, myths and stories of the wild woman archetype. And I was very inspired by this book. And then I found out that Sister Jewel Mara was very well aware of the book as well. And in that video I made, I had said this book is like a Bible. I actually sat and read this book, 500 plus pages. This book has 520 pages in it, and I think I read probably to page 480 before I conked out. But not I want. Yeah, I just read it. But I said in that video that this book is like a Bible, a woman's Bible, because it's talking about those archetypes, those stories, those intuitive type stories, okay, that speaks to the heart of women and sort of tells us who we are, okay? And through stories, okay? And we know how, like, look at this title. Singing Over the Bones. Think about that. That's deep. That's pretty deep. Singing over the bones. I think there's a story of bones. Can these bones live again in the Bible? As a matter of fact, I think in Jeremiah, they spoke over the bones. Okay, let me just read a couple of paragraphs here. How does wild woman affect women? With wild woman as ally, and she's I guess she's an archetype, someone, a spirit, a person that could be an embodiment inside the woman. With wild woman as ally, as leader, model, teacher, we see not through two eyes, but through the eyes of intuition, which is many-eyed. When we assert intuition, we are therefore like the starry night. We gaze at the world through 1,000 eyes. The wild woman carries the bundles for healing. She carries everything a woman needs to be and know. She carries the medicine for all things. She carries stories and dreams and words and songs and signs and symbols. She is both vehicle and destination. Now, do I need to say anything more? And I need to start rereading this book. I only read it once, okay? And I read it like if I was reading a novel. I didn't study it. And I'm just glad that Sister Season Wimu reminded me. She didn't mention that book, but she reminded me all the same. And then this, the Black Angel cards, okay, which is the thing that I wanted. These are the black women archetypes that I, a year before I got this deck, was saying I wanted, okay? I didn't believe that they existed anywhere. I don't know. I felt like I was going to have to create them, and then that was like a burden on my spirit. How in the world am I going to create stuff like that? It was already in existence through these Black Angel cards, and this a deck. It's an oracle deck, okay? 36 oracle cards and messages for divining your life by Sister Zenju Earthelyn Manuel. Zenju Earthelyn Pierre Manuel, her full name. And she created these cards, okay? These, and this one is the mother. Let's see, I'm reading backwards. The mother's soul, okay? Look at her. She's holding a sad, crying face in one hand and a happy, smiling face in the other. Look at her earrings. You see her earrings? Are her earrings a representation of life? Are those like aunts? Are those like Venus earrings or something like that? You see what I'm saying? We already have it. And I was super excited when I got the deck. Okay, did a video about it on Facebook. Look at that, the seer. You see that seeing eye? The seer? The seer. Hands crossed over heart. The seer. Okay? There's a lot of meaning in that, obviously, right? I was super stoked and did a few general readings on my Facebook, well, on this page, on this YouTube channel. And then I just set the cards down and stopped. And that was about a year ago when I set the cards down. And just haven't, I've been doing all kinds of other things, but haven't done anything from this deck. The teacher. You see, she's a tree. And her hair is the branches and the leaves. And her spirit are the roots. And she's there. She's gorgeous. She's in there. She's a teacher. Okay. And look at this one. The sojourner. Okay. The sojourner. Okay. And each one of these cards are so resonant, resonating, resound, sound. They resonate with our spirits. They create a sound within us. They echo within our hearts because they look like us, okay? They remind us of us. We black women, we need that. A lot of times people feel that we don't need it, but we actually do. We know that we do. We need this, okay? And that's what made me so happy when I came across these cards. I don't even remember how anymore. Sister Wee Moon, probably the first one that told me about these cards, because she tells me about a whole lot of good things all the time. She's always dropping info in my ear about stuff like this. The gardener. I really love this one. Look at her holding her flowers that she planted herself. She's wearing bell bottoms. I kind of dig that. Got her gardening hat on. And so I have been reminded to dive back into these cards, you know. Like this one, the sister friend. The sister friend kissing her on the cheek. Giving her a big smack on the cheek. Because she's a sister friend. I like this one too. The Wanderer. So basically what I'm saying in this is that it's time for me to get back to the sacred black feminine. Okay? I veered off the road and I traveled around in other areas. I went off the beaten path. I was in the sacred masculine, reading from Kabbalah and things like this. And it was wonderful. It was fun. It was good, you know. And I enjoyed it. But now it's time to get back to the sacred feminine and actually go deeper. Okay? And so for that, I'm going to be studying more. I'm super excited to do this. I had forgotten. Well, maybe I didn't forget. Maybe I just needed to veer off the road and go down a side track. And I did, because I studied all kinds of things. Did videos about it too, right? Probably to the point where you guys are like, please don't come with another one of these esoteric, Kabbalistical things, please. Yeah, I read the entire ancient Kabbalah astrology book. Took a whole year to do it, and it was good stuff. That was a good book, and those videos are still popular, as a matter of fact, right now. But now it's just time for me to come back. I'm getting back in my lane, and it's a blessing when someone sort of pulls your coat, taps your shoulder very gently, and reminds you of where you could be. But you know what? I had to have first asked I put the question out there first. I had no idea what would come, but this is what has come, and it's a confirmation, and I'm kind of stoked and ready to go a layer deeper into the Black Angel Oracle cards, okay? And study those archetypes, those black feminine archetypes, and immerse myself into them, you know, unify myself with them, and gather what the Most High brings to me through those cards and through my intuition, because that's what we're dealing with when we talk about feminine power. We're thinking and talking about the feminine intuition, which is the gift that God has given to us. Also to men, not only women have intuition, but we have a stronger connection with that intuition than men. But that doesn't mean that men don't have an intuition, because they do. Okay, and let me go in and see what the Most High is saying to me, and then come back and report on it. And be a blessing to each and every one of you who like watching You Are Leaders. Yes, leaders use all of their tools, okay? All of them. Not just the intellect, okay, but also the heart, also the intuition, also the beauty, because these are all gifts of the Most High to us as women, okay? So we have to tap in and report, okay? Sing over the bones, bring it all back to life. Can these bones live again? Yes, they can. All right? So I'm singing over my bones right now, okay? I'm here, I'm alive, I'm not dead. My spirit is not dead, I'm here. And so I'm going to do this with this book. I'm really happy that I even have these tools, okay? I have this book, Women Who Run With the Wolves, okay? And I have the Black Angel Oracle, okay? These two very powerful elder women, okay? One woman, a beautiful black woman, Sister Zenju Earthelyn Manuel, who is a Buddhist, okay? And Sister Clara Pincola Estes, who is, if I remember correctly, she said that she was half Mexican and then half Eastern European, either Armenian or Romanian or something. I can't remember. But I do remember that she said she was Mexican. And, well, with a name like Estes, yes, of course she's Hispanic. So, I'm going to dive into these, and then I will come back to you all. But in the meantime, I'm going to be uploading videos on other topics. All right, my sisters and the men who love us, thanks for coming here on the You Are Leaders channel. You definitely know already that you are here because you are a leader, and maybe of tens, hundreds, thousands, or millions. But as always, the most important leader to be is the leader of one, your own self. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can be the first to know when I upload new things. All right? Peace and blessings to each and every one of you.